So I've been thinking a lot recently as my company goes through quite a big growth spurt around growing ethically. Because within the NDIS space, I just see all these providers, often in the core supports or the accommodation space, where all the SIL providers, where all the real money is, not us humble allied health providers, just growing unethically, essentially. Either not spending the time or spending the resources to, to support the staff or to make the good recruitment decisions, or just to give them additional resources to help them in their role within your company. And also just growing too quickly, or not just having the business acumen to go, how do I create a system? How do I think about culture? Anything like that. It seems like a lot of these providers are just thinking about growing as quickly as possible and making as much money as possible before this whole system ends. That's the psychology that seems to be operating with a lot of these providers. But so I'm just trying to obviously not be like that and to do better to grow sustainably and ethically. And for us, this has mean continue on in a subcontractor model so that we can attract some really good psychologists in private practice. Because what I've realized is psychologists, especially if you've got some decent experience, you want to be your own boss 9 times out of 10. You don't want to be on a salary or anything like that. We've decided to keep the subcontractors, but that isn't enough for us because it's not enough to meet the demand. So we have also started employing people as well. We've started employing, behavioural supports practitioners. So these are people with usually a psychology or a social work background. And we've also started recruiting psychologists, predominantly provisional psychologists who are either just out of university or still completing their masters. And we're also recruiting, master's level students as well as therapy assistants. And we're finding that this system combined, hopefully, will give everyone what they want, essentially, and lead to a better process overall. And to underpin this, we've obviously need some administration. So we've got 3 or 4 people in the accounts and the onboarding team, essentially, as well as an operations manager. But I've also decided to recruit a few people we call them project coordinators. So they're essentially project managers, so that they help me to manage and to run the referrals of all the psychologists and behavioural supports practitioners across the organisation to be better supported. Because the NDIS, it's a lot of administration, a lot of paperwork, a lot of booking appointments, a lot of responding to emails, a lot of service agreements, all that type of stuff that I find psychologists don't want to do and not equipped to do, and that's not their skill set. So having this extra layer of support, being the project coordinators, enables them to do their job better. So the onboarding team obviously brings the referrals on, but the project coordinators supports the psychologists over the 12-month plan period to make sure that they're on track, to make sure that they're able to see all the people or interview all the people that they need to see, that their diaries make sense to them, all that type of stuff without being too much in their business at the same time. It's a nice sort of balance between the two. Anyway, so if you're whatever stage of the psychology or social work or behavioural supports journey that you're up to, whether you want to be a contractor or whether you want to be a new grad and you're looking for some experience, type I'm interested in the comment section below, and I'd love to have just a chat with you, just to explain to you more about what we're about and how we think about the NDIS and how we think about work. And we're really looking forward to working with like-minded people.